Hello, welcome to Kevin's Corner. My name is Kevin Probst, and on this 12th day of October in 2025, I want to talk to you about Satan's sly strategy that he has used for eons and eons to discourage and to destroy the hearts of men. When you sit back and you try to figure out what is wrong with the world, why is it so upside down? Why is there so much turmoil? The wars and the destruction and the mass killings and the abuse and the suffering. The Bible tells us everything. And the answer to the reason for the disruption in our world today is found in Genesis chapter 3. The devil substitutes his words for God's words in chapter 3 of Genesis. Satan employs the same methods today as he did back then because they still work. There's nothing new under the sun. In Genesis 3:6, the woman saw that the tree was good for food and delightful to look at, and that it was desirable for obtaining wisdom. And so she took some of its fruit and she ate it. And she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. If we move over to 1 John 2:16, it says, "For everything in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, the pride in one's possessions, is not from the Father, but is from the world." And so all that the world has to offer, all that it has to offer us, is the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. And this is what was offered to Eve. It is also how we are tempted. And throughout the whole of man's history, this is all Satan has ever been able to offer. There's nothing else in the whole world, nothing else that can or will ever be offered to you by Satan. And Eve saw that the tree was good for food, lust of the flesh, food for the body. Eve saw that the tree was delightful to look at, lust of the eyes. Eve saw that the tree was desirable for obtaining wisdom, the pride of life. The Bible is full of examples of this satanic strategy of tempting mankind. Solomon wrote the book of Ecclesiastes to express regret for how he had succumbed to the temptations of the evil one. He summarized the experience of a man known for his wisdom who had lived his life so foolishly. He summarized it by saying, "All is vanity and vexation of spirit." God told Joshua, there's sin in the camp after the defeat at Ai. The sin was traced to Achan, who had taken forbidden items from Jericho. He saw that the threads were fine. This is the lust of the flesh. The treasures were beautiful to look upon. This is the lust of the eyes. He took these treasures. He would live in wealth. This is the pride of life. See how this plays out in the life of King David. He was on his rooftop when he should have been off to war with his men. He was where he shouldn't have been. And we are vulnerable to temptation when we find ourselves in places that we should not be. But he looks down from his balcony and he sees Bathsheba. This is the lust of the flesh. Oh, she is pleasant to look upon. This is the lust of the eyes. He invites her into his palace. He wants her. She will please me. This is the pride of life. Look at the temptation of Jesus in the wilderness. In Matthew chapter 4, Jesus had not eaten for 40 days. He was hungry, and Satan tempted him to turn stones into bread. That's the lust of the flesh. I am so very hungry, the bread would satisfy my need for food. Satan showed him all the kingdoms that could be his. This is the lust of the eyes. Just look at what might be. And Satan tempts him to jump off the summit and cast himself down. Surely the angels will rescue you. This is the pride of life. I'm very important. I will be rescued. This is all that the world has to offer. It was so in Genesis 3. And it remains the same today. This is the method, the pattern that Satan uses. It is the pattern that he is using and will use on you. It is wise to know your enemy. It is comforting to know that the temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. And God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. And when you are tempted, He will show you a way out so that you can endure. Thank you for spending time with me at Kevin's Corner. Until next time, be strong, very courageous. Thank you so much for taking time from your busy day and allowing me to share with you from Kevin's Corner. Please help me share truth with others by liking and sharing this video. Also, please subscribe to Kevin's Corner on YouTube and Substack. And until next time, live bravely and courageously.